Hello, I'm Leisse Wilcox, life strategist, and I am joined by Sam Campbell of Cobblestone Farm in Hamilton Township. Sam, tell us a little bit about your business and about what you do specifically.
Well, thanks for having me, Leisse. Cobblestone Farm is a retreat center, bed and breakfast, farm stay. It's a little bit of everything to everyone. I've lived here for over 23 years, and I did the commute for almost 20 years, and I realized that this is a very special place here.
You were commuting into Toronto?
I was.
And is hospitality your background?
It's not. I was in advertising for several years, so service industry, so to speak, but not hospitality.
Mm-hmm. Where did you first get the idea for this business?
Well, when I first purchased the farm 23 years ago, I guess in my heart I thought maybe one day I might do something like this, but then I realized I was on my own and I was commuting into Toronto. How could I do all of that? And it was about 3 years ago where I just had that full-blown, I want to do this full-time. I was dabbling a little bit with having people come and stay at the farm, but we turned it into a full-time business about 3 years ago.
Wow. What have been your top 2 challenges that you've had to deal with, and how did you persevere?
Probably just starting out, knowing where to go and where to get information and possibly some funding. And as a woman, sometimes you are up against some challenges when you're trying to get loans or business advice and what have you. So that would probably be one of the challenges. The other was just trying to bring it all together and figure out how to do social media and how to do websites and not have to break the bank at trying to pull all of this together. So it was a slow start, but I think you learn as you go, and certainly that's been helpful.
So other than slowing down that pace, and it sounds like some self-compassion and grace, how did you really persevere, especially through those financial obstacles?
Well, I think I've always believed that I'm a survivor. So you just kind of muddle through and you figure out a way to make it happen. And then, you also have a lot of great support around you. I have a wonderful family. I have incredible friends, and they've all been very supportive and helpful through the whole process.
What was your first win in this business that made you feel really confident that you were doing the right thing?
So seeing the faces of the young people who come to stay here, and I have one family in particular, and I'm lovingly known as Farmer Sam to their kids. So to know that I'm a part of their quilt of life, and that they will always remember Cobblestone Farm as their farm and Farmer Sam and all the animals, and they draw me pictures and send me cards, and I think that's where you get really, you know that you're doing the right thing.
How do you set yourself apart from others, both as a business and as a business owner?
I would say because I was in sales, it's all about service. So I think that's one of the things. Often my guests will say, thanks for getting back to me so quickly, and all that. So I think service is key in any business, but specifically in hospitality and sales. And as far as setting myself out from other businesses, I think, again, with that sales background, I might have a little bit of an edge on knowledge and perseverance too. Mm-hmm. A lot of people give up easily enough, but when you're in sales, you can't give up. You have to keep on hammering. And so I think that longevity has helped me as well.
Do you feel like you're a success in your current business?
I do.
At what point did that truly hit home for you?
I would say probably about after the first year, because the first year you're still trying to muddle through and figure things out. And I think I was sitting here with a guest one time. I was hosting a bed and breakfast guest, and she just went on and on about how the experience had changed her. And for me, that was a bit of an eye-opener, and the light bulb went off and went, okay, I am making a difference.
Wow. Entrepreneurship tends to be a very isolating experience with a lot of aloneness or loneliness felt. Mm-hmm. Has that been your experience at all?
Not for me, no.
Okay.
No, and my partner, I have to give credit where credit is due. My partner, David, was really the one who planted the seed about possibly turning the farm into a retreat center. And so he's been my rock throughout the whole process, which has been great. And with those friends and families along for the ride, I've been very, very fortunate. And I know that I've been very fortunate because, as you say, it can be very isolating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Especially living out in the country.
Especially in the country.
What is one component of your business that you outsource, and how did you come to make the decision to do so?
Well, definitely, as much as I love to admit that I'm a numbers nerd, I definitely need help from an accounting and financial standpoint. So I outsource that a lot because it's just one of those things, it's a grind for me. And there's a great saying that one of our tourism partners has, and how it goes is, do what you do best, outsource the rest, or hire for the rest. And I think that's words to live by, because we can't be all things to all people, and you have to know your limitations and really focus on what you do best. So anything financial, anything accounting, I'm happy to pass that to somebody else.
What about social media? Because running such a beautiful, nature-based country space, there's a lot of solitude. How have you found that social media helps, hinders your business?
Well, pictures are worth 1,000 words, as we all know. And I think people just love to see animals, and they love to see nature, and they love to see beautiful spaces. So I think from that standpoint, social media has been great for me. And I do a lot of the social media myself. So I'm probably not as active as maybe I should be or could be, but I think what I'm doing still draws people in, and they get excited about seeing the horses or seeing Marley, our mascot. So
Marley the dog?
Marley the dog.
The farm dog?
The farm dog.
What is one tip you can share or offer, or a resource maybe you found that helps you stay balanced when things do get overwhelming?
Certainly, I think exercise and finding yourself grounded is a must for anybody who's working in any sort of lifestyle program or anything, because you really need to get outside of yourself sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And specifically, how has the BECN assisted you as a business owner?
Well, it was so refreshing. I mean, I didn't even know it existed when I first moved here. And then as I started my business and got introduced to people there, the power that comes from the BECN, they just introduced me to so many tourism partners and helped me focus on funding and different opportunities. And then the workshops and the groups, there's just so many resources. They have been a huge help, for sure. It's one of those things where you get introduced to all sorts of other business people, which is wonderful, all sorts of different organizations, be it charity or business. And I think it's one of the things that stands out for me in Northumberland County. I came from a business that nobody really wanted to help you out, to an environment where everybody wants to help you out.
So can you tell us about some partnerships or collaborations that you've been a part of with other female-owned businesses in the area?
For sure. So we are working with a local spa, and we do work with other spas, and most of those are women-owned, and certainly some of the restaurants in town that we partner with. And this new program that we're looking at doing, there will be a lot more collaboration with some of the local women who are running their own business, because there's just so many that are in that wellness arena that I want to be a part of. So one of my hopes is really to make Northumberland County a 4-season destination. Certainly we get lots of traffic spring, summer, and fall, but winter can be a little bit quiet. So I'm really trying to focus on how do we launch some programs to bring people out here all year round to help with all of the different businesses that are here.
Sam, it's been such a pleasure to chat with you today and get to know a little bit more about Cobblestone Farm. Thank you.
Thanks, Leisse. It's been great to speak to you too.
Bringing people back to themselves while connecting them together out here at Cobblestone Farm.